Today I want to cover a game that may sound familiar to you. 12 years ago, a little planet builder god game came out called Reus. English people would probably call it Reus, but it's really Reus, which means giant in Dutch, and so are the devs. And last year, the long-awaited sequel came out, Reus 2. And when you start your game, you can choose a leader, which will determine your focus. For example, the goddess will be focused on gold, the inventor on science, and the sage on food. The tutorial is the first game you most likely play, which will represent one era in the game mode Discovery. After that you can continue on that planet or try out one of the other modes. Sandbox for a play without restrictions, Discovery for a story-driven experience, and 2 more challenging modes. Each planet you start will be completely barren, however you gain access to several giants representing different biomes, starting with the forest, ocean and rock giant. The forest giant will help you create forest biomes, but also place plants and elements, so are good for food production. The ocean giant will help you create oceans, but is also responsible for fish and animals. And the rock giant will create valuable minerals and gems, good for gold production. This creates overlap, of course. The ocean giant is responsible for all life, so can place animals in each biome. And same counts for the other giants, but they can only create their own biomes. At the game's start, it is important to play the biome best fitting your leader. Since that is the goddess for me, desert is the best option as it holds many valuables. First you need to create the desert biome by dragging a certain surface area on the planet and then settle your city. The rock giant can place redstone, which will give you 5 gold output, and science. What's better, it has a symbiosis with plants. When placing next to a plant, it will gain more output. Therefore, in the spot next to it, there's only one option, which will be the only plant placeable in the desert, the sage brush. The only 2 remaining options for the desert are the jerboa and the sandcat. The jerboa will generate food, which is more with a mineral, which we already have in the form of the redstone, and the sandcat needs the jerboa as it is a predator and the jerboa is a critter, and it will together create tons of gold. With all these additions, the town can grow and the choice is Overseer, Gem Seeker or Cat Temple. Which is a no-brainer, of course, the Cat Temple. No, actually that would be the worst choice for this leader type, so let's go Gem Seeker. The last remaining bioticum for the rock giant is Gem, called Quartz. By placing 2 of those, the income is secured. Obviously you want much more placeable bioticum for the desert, which can be done by drafting. You can click a draft and select the preferred biome to unlock more, which is gems all the way. The lapis lazuli is considered an apex mineral and will generate much more than your average bioticum. With all this, it's time to move to the Iron Age if the purple bar in the top left is full. And with that, a new tribe can be placed as well, but they will need a place to call home, preferably not too close to the other city. You can call the nomad if it lights up in the bottom, and in this case the choice is between a food-focused sage or a gold-focused merchant. Both also benefit from mystery, which is a religion aspect. After setting up the forest with lots of income, iron and food is ready for the world. Iron is the key in this era and can be placed in each biome, except water. To increase your Eon, you can go to the planet shop and use one of the 3 primary currencies to pay. Eon is also needed for placing bioticum outside the city border, replacing bioticum or placing apex bioticum, which will be important as you unlock better bioticum. Spending all your Eon will advance your era. Completing all eras will unlock more things for the subsequent playthroughs, which means starting out much stronger. With multiple new apex unlocks, the game becomes much more fun. On top of that, your collection unlocks will also bring rewards like the swamp giant, which unlocks a whole new biome. If tribes become too aggressive to each other, you might want to intervene. A proper tornado is all that's required to send them back to the Stone Age. Reus 2 is one of the cleanest looking, coolest god games I've seen and will guarantee a lot of fun playtime. Therefore, I strongly recommend this game. Thank you for watching and see you next week as we review another game I've reset today on Forgotten Games.